Miss Lily, Mom needs that suitcase. Yes, she does. Mom needs that suitcase to go places. Oh, it's yours now? Oh, well, okay.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Katherine Young and I'm a creative. And it is about 4 a.m. in the morning right now. And this video is a vlog that is over 2 years in the making. Today I am hitting the road on a vacation that was postponed due to the shutdown. And yeah, this vacation is going to have a lot of history and a lot of fun. So I'm excited to take you along with me. So I am an Aerosmith super fan. I went to my first Aerosmith show about 25 years ago when I was 12 years old, and I have been hooked ever since. I've even gone to their first apartment in Boston. And I scrapbook all my concerts, all my adventures, and I have over 13 scrapbooks now of concerts. And I have all these concerts of Aerosmith saved with ticket stubs and even my own artwork, like right here, and set lists and pics and images and pictures I took. And these scrapbooks hold some of my absolute favorite memories that I have. I even have memories of winning contests by the band and getting backstage passes for it. You know, I've met almost all the band members. The only one I haven't met is Tom Hamilton. Maybe someday I'll meet the bassist. Maybe someday. I've even gone to their side projects like the Hollywood Vampires. And I've seen the Joe Perry project many times. That is my artwork there as well. And these scrapbooks are just all these memories kept together for me. All fun and my own artwork put together. And I remember all these amazing evenings, like this little nightclub in LA where Joe Perry broke a guitar on stage right in front of me. Oh gosh, yes, and this night was so special. I went up to Canada this night and I was 19 years old. And I didn't know what my seat was going to be until I got there. The seat the fan club was giving me, I didn't know until I arrived, and it was the best seat in the house. Front row center. It was just amazing. You know, and fans really do stick together. Someone behind me grabbed my camera and took this photo of me so I could have a picture of myself with Steven. They took this picture too as I sang a verse of Walk This Way with Steven. Ah, that night is a night I will never forget. And this trip, we are going to see Aerosmith's first performance after the shutdown, and then we are going to their 50th anniversary show in Fenway Park. I'm so excited to take you along for the ride. And this trip really is like a visual video scrapbook. I'm really excited to add to my scrapbooks in this way. My friend Jody picked me up, and our first stop was Stephen King's old residence. It has been turned into a writer's retreat. He also owns the house next door, and it is a library, a reference library. Ugh, I can't imagine what's behind those doors. Can you imagine all the books? How cool is that? We then went antiquing, of course, and had so much fun.
A little bit like him. Doesn't he though?
You know what he looks like?
Who?
Luke's coffee from Gilmore Girls.
Nuh-uh. He's got a thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's my boyfriend.
All right.
Oh, and that night, we ate lobster, my friends. This place you could smell from the road from driving by. Oh, it smelled so incredible. I was so very excited.
That's good lobster meat in there.
It is.
I need this, sorry. I'm not even mad at me.
And after that wonderful meal, Jody made sure I got to see the ocean.
This is for you.
Hi, little guy.
Isn't he a little sweetie?
He is a little sweetie. Hi, little.
The next day, we headed off to more antique stores and flea markets. And oh my gosh, y'all, I have never seen a flea market like this before. It was ephemera heaven. It was amazing. It was just exceptional. And if you want to see vintage shop-alongs from this trip, I'll have them all linked below in the description, okay? There's a bunch of vintage shop-alongs from the Northeast, and it's some of the best vintage I've ever seen in my life. It's truly amazing. We then met up with our friend Sandy, who does van life. How cool is that?
Hey.
My flippin' van life.
Jody. Katherine.
Sandy. Didn't say her name.
Hi, guys.
Bye for now.
We got to see the van,
Look it up.
and here is some quality puppy content, y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, isn't this neat?
And there's a puppy. Hang on to the puppy.
Yep.
Hi, puppy. Hi. Oh, it is.
We went to more antique stores. This place was truly amazing. It was everything I could imagine and more. Wow. The shop-alongs are all linked below, remember. I even bought this Oddfellows robe. How great is that? I felt like I saw everything. We went and got lunch at an adorable little coffee shop, and then we took the puppers out for a walk. And they got some exercise out by the ocean.
These two pups with the Bangor,
We went searching for sea glass, and we even found some. This show was Aerosmith's first live concert since everything was shut down in 2020. This was their first live performance. So it was really important for me to be here. This was definitely a test run before their 50th anniversary show in Fenway. And you might say, Katherine, you did not have the best seat in the house, and that's true. I did not. It was just really important for me to be there. So if you want to see really great footage of this show, I will link my friend Toshi's channel below, and you can watch some amazing upfront video. The next morning, I jumped in a car with some other Aerosmith superfan friends I have met at concerts, and we headed to New Hampshire. And we are heading to where Aerosmith started. We are heading to Lake Sunapee. The Anchorage is where Steven Tyler met Joe Perry for the first time. And we went to all kinds of important locations to the band, many of which I'm not going to show for privacy of the band. But one of my favorite things we did for sightseeing is we went out on a boat cruise and we got to see Steven's beautiful mansion out on the water. I also called the Historical Society, and they opened up special for us and gave us a tour of the museum. It was so much fun. It was so kind of them to open up for us. And inside they had kind of this neat, genealogy of Aerosmith. It was really interesting. The Aerosmith family tree. And they even had some information about Steven's family, his musical family that he came from. Next, we went to the barn. We got contacted by a local, and we got to see where it all started. This is one of the places Aerosmith performed first, way back in the day. It's been a dream of mine to go see the barn.
We made it in the barn. Oh my goodness.
It was such a magical experience to get to see where it all began. And do you remember this photo from the beginning? I stayed in the most lovely Airbnb. It was just fantastic, and I could walk absolutely everywhere. And this little town was so picturesque and beautiful. I love just walking around and exploring. I have wanted to go here since I was a child, when I read Aerosmith's autobiography, but it was just so much more picturesque than I had imagined. My favorite spot was this little covered bridge right down the road from my Airbnb. My favorite moments of this entire trip were starting off my mornings with coffee on that bridge. It just felt really good to be in the place where the history started. Then we headed off to Boston. Time for the 50th anniversary show.
So today is the day. This is the reason I came on this vacation. Today is Aerosmith's 50th anniversary show at Fenway. So seeing a show at Fenway has been something I've wanted to do for a long time. Seeing an Aerosmith show is a dream. The show has been postponed multiple times due to the shutdown and everything, and I still have my ticket with the original date on it from 2020. I was gonna wear different jewelry and a different outfit, but the show in Bangor, Steven had these pants that had snakes on it, so I decided to go gold with these snakes. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. So gold snakes, long black pants, black boots, lots of bling happening. I'm so excited. Some people say, like, why would you go see a band more than once? They're like, it's the same thing. And, my response is, well, why do you watch a sports team over and over? It's the same thing. And people are like, well, it's a different game. And I was like, exactly. So to me, every concert is a different game. I'm also not big on competition. I'm one of those people that I think collaboration makes us reach like our ultimate purpose, our divine purpose. And you could say sports is competition and collaboration, absolutely. But music and a concert is just collaboration, and I think it is divine. And I'm super excited. Also, at a concert, we're all cheering for the home team, which is like fantastic. So I'm so excited for tonight. Oh my goodness. The only thing is I can't quite figure out the transportation there, so it might be very expensive. I might have to do an Uber, and it might cost me well over $100 to do it. So I'm trying to figure out the subway and stuff here, but I'm from the Midwest. We don't have that kind of transportation. And most places I go that have that kind of transportation are really idiot-proof, really easy, really point A to point B, and Boston's just not like that. So it might be too much for me to figure out on my own. So, really, really excited for tonight. Oh my goodness.
It felt like a dream to be at Fenway Park. I couldn't believe it. What an iconic place to see a concert.
And we are here, Fenway Park. I am so excited.
It was really important to me to get to go to this show. This entire trip felt like me keeping a promise to myself. A show that had been rescheduled over and over, I still got to go to. The energy in the park, there was just nothing like it. This night was the highest attendance Fenway Park has ever had. And again, you might say, you didn't have the best seat in the house, and no, I didn't. It's not in the budget. But if you want to see some amazing video from right up front, I'll link my friend Toshi's video below in the description, and you can check it out. It was so important to me to come to this show, a show that had been canceled over and over because of, 2020 and the shutdown. And it felt so good to finally be here. This was such an iconic moment, seeing Steven perform on the top of Fenway. It felt like history was being made.
Isn't that the way? Everybody got the dues in life to break. Well, I know, nobody knows.
Come on, Tom.
They ended the night with Sweet Emotions, which I think is one of their best live songs by far. And this rendition was an extra long rendition because they were waiting for Steven to come down from the top of the stadium. So it was one of the longest renditions I've ever heard. This night meant so much to me. And I just thought of that little kid in me who had gone to her first Aerosmith show about 25 years ago, and I just thought how excited she would be to be here now, or to know that I'm here now.
Thank you, Boston!
And just like that, it was over. And I have a train to catch. The next day, I went to Salem. I've wanted to go to Salem since I was a child. And it was gorgeous. It was everything I expected and more. I even did some vintage shopping. I will link that video below if you're interested. This was a place where history was truly beautiful. And And, as a single woman, a single earner household, an independent woman, it isn't lost on me that in a different time, I could have been the person that was pointed out as being a witch. That fact isn't lost on me, so I felt very connected to this place. I loved all the beautiful shops. And I spent a few more days around the Boston area. I did a bunch of shop-alongs, so be sure to check those out in the descriptions below. The last night, I went and had a beautiful meal out on a harbor. I talked to the waitress. I couldn't decide between the seafood bake and the lobster, and she had lobster added to the seafood bake for me at no additional charge. And look at this. Look at these chunks of lobster. Oh, so good. And look at this shrimp. It's huge. I got kind of emotional. I'm really going to miss Boston and this area of the country. It's always going to have a special place in my heart. This was the longest I have been away from Lily since I adopted her, and she was definitely happy to have me home. Oh, goodness. And that is it, y'all. Thank you so much for coming with me. Stay creative, and bye.